It's a new month. Monday, March 1st. We have made it into a new month. I know that you probably enjoyed the warm weather. I know it's warm for Northeast Ohio. If you're watching from Florida, you're like 50s. That's not warm. Well, it's warm for us this time of year. And so we have a lot to talk about this morning. Did you stay up and watch the Golden Globes? No worries, because when people start talking about it and you're like, oh, I was sleeping, we have you covered, okay? Because we're going to give you the highlights, and then the big story that all of you are interacting with on WKYC.com is that another big film could be or is going to be filmed here in Cleveland. So don't forget that you can, well, not just Cleveland, Northeast Ohio, but don't forget that you can add your comments and your thoughts by putting them in the comment section. You can join the conversation, because remember, this is a two-way conversation between us and you. I'm Danielle Wiggins with Dave Chudowski, Maureen Kyle, and Lindsay Buckingham, who joins us this morning. And first off, let's talk about the big winners from last night. Dave, you have that recap.
Yeah, let's get a recap. A night to remember for sure. Let's start with Hulu's No Man Land, won for Best Drama and Best Director. So big night there. Borat's subsequent movie film won for Comedy or Musical, beating out Hamilton. And how about the Disney movie Soul, won for Best Animated Film. So congrats there. And let's talk some TV now. You had some royalty, and then you had a little bit of Schitt's Creek, one for Best Comedy or Musical. Such a great show, it really is. And Queen's Gambit won for Best Limited Series, and The Crown won for Best Drama.
Oh, I love The Crown.
And that is your recap.
I love The Crown. I love Schitt's Creek. So
have you guys watched Queen's Gambit?
I haven't done
You
that
talked
yet.
about it.
Everybody tells me to do that. I haven't done it yet.
It's good. It's really good. It's
okay, so you're putting in your 2 cents for that.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to win some other things. So yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely.
Now, I did see Soul as well. We watched that on Christmas with my family members.
Obsessed.
And I have to be honest, I didn't like it at first.
You didn't like it?
I know, I did not.
Why?
I did
I
not
want to hear
like
why.
it. I don't know. I think I just expected more. Maybe I was comparing it to Inside Out, or
Maybe.
I was just expecting more. But then the more I started thinking about it, I said, you know what, maybe I need to watch it again. But it was the night of Christmas. I was exhausted, so I was
couldn't get into it.
You had enough magic
and did everything. So maybe it was, it was bad on my part, just the ambiance there. So I now that it's won, I have to definitely see it again.
Yeah,
so
my 2-year-old who's obsessed with Frozen. I mean, every day it's Frozen. She started asking for Soul every day.
Wow.
Instead. So, and I was like, that's kind of deep. Like
We went on a week bender. We went on a week bender where every morning we would wake up and watch Soul, and every time I'd be crying and my son would be like, Mommy, are you crying? I'm like, it's just so sweet.
I know.
Yes, I have to give it a second chance. Jamie Foxx was great in it. Jamie Foxx, Tina Fey. So I do. I have to watch it again, maybe when I'm more awake this time and not falling asleep.
Well, that's understandable though.
Big win, though. I would say big win for Cleveland, because we actually got a shout out last night. Lindsay.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I loved it. So yeah, it happened last night when Daniel Kaluuya won Best Supporting Actor. He portrayed Black Panther Party leader Fred Hampton. And so during his acceptance speech at the end, he said, "The cast are my comrades, all my crew in Cleveland. We did this together." And then everybody in Cleveland was like, "Yeah!" Because we love to get shots.
So people probably caught it too.
Yeah, and just such a super cool moment for Cleveland, because that film industry has, been building up over the last couple of years. It was for the movie Judas the Black Messiah, and it was shot in Cleveland back in 2019. As a matter of fact, guys, one time on my way to work, I saw that movie being filmed, and here's me in my car, like, and then somebody from security was like, "Keep moving," and I'm like,
"Oh my gosh,
I apologize."
Lindsay, you might have made it in the film. You don't know.
I'm gonna have to watch it back.
I have a friend who made it into the film. She was an extra, and she was actually right next to the actress. So she had her big afro on, and her husband posted a photo, and I was like, "There you go, I see you." And then I saw someone else. They posted Daniel Kaluuya. I always want to say Kaluuya, but
so do I.
Hallelujah! I that. But Daniel Kaluuya at the Whole Foods in Pinecrest, like a photo there of him. Yeah. So with the stars here in Cleveland, it's so cool because you can kind of like see them as average people. They go to Whole Foods just like us. And speaking of films here in Northeast Ohio, Mo, that's the top story today about, a film shooting. We have exclusive.
Yeah. So Channel 3 News, we have the exclusive here. And, we have a great relationship with the Ohio Film Commission. So this is still very hush-hush. What we found out is there's a movie being filmed with Adam Driver. That's one of those actors, like you're going to have to just Google him really quick. And as soon as you see his face, you're going to be like, that guy. Yep, I know that guy.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, he's such a good actor. And then Greta Gerwig, who's another one who has she's been on fire. She did Lady Bird. I'm pretty sure she directed, I'm 99% sure she directed The New Little Women. And then was nominated for that. So it's those two that the whole concept of this film is that Adam Driver's character is a professor at a small liberal arts college. There's some sort of explosion. There's a chemical cloud. And then Greta Gerwig plays his wife. So we don't know a lot about the details of the filming here. Right. All of that's still being worked out. We know that it's thanks to the Ohio tax credit, which brought a lot of films like Judah and the Black Messiah. We know that Netflix scouts have been looking at locations around Hiram to figure out where they can film. So we've got the inside scoop there where people have seen these Netflix scouts. And then we've been hearing that it's probably going to start filming sometime this summer, like around June. Of course, all of this is, TBD. Let's see what all shakes out from it. But I mean, this is the fact that the scouts are there, that we're hearing about this is pretty likely. And then all the details will get filled in later, but it's huge. I mean, it's huge for our area. It's a big spotlight. We have, when you think about all the buildings and the nature that we have around here, the Ohio Film Commission always talks about all of the great locations that we have to shoot. And of course, that is a big economic boost to our state. So we get a ton of money from these movies shooting here.
So Logan, I see you on. That is one of our producers. Hi there. I see Logan on. And as Ken, he said that he recorded the CGs to watch later today. Ooh, sorry, Ken, I don't know if we spoiled it for you, but hey, we just want to have you be prepared. Dave, I'm blaming you for that.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? But still, those big moments are so fun to watch. And the Cleveland shout out was one of the biggest moments because he also, like the Zoom fail. That was the first. He was the first award. And he was the first Zoom fail where they couldn't get his audio. Yeah. So then they banked on that. Like, it was just like, oh, of course.
He was like, you guys are messing with me. You guys are messing with me. Right. Don't take my shine.
And his accent is so adorable where he's going, like, all of a sudden cuts to him going, you done me dirty. You done me dirty. And I was cracking up. So it's still worth him to watch. And of course, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are, I just love them together. Yeah.
Well, back to the film being shot here in Northeast Ohio, a lot of it is that too, that we want the infrastructure to be able to handle those films. I know a lot of people were trying to push for the old Geauga Lake property to be turned into a sound stage so that we can bring more films here in Northeast Ohio. And this film is actually going to be the first film shot in Northeast Ohio post-pandemic. So that's going to be interesting to see. And another tidbit fact that, so they want to build more sound stages here so we can attract people to film those films or the movies here. Now, the movie Cherry was shot, at some of the soundstage at the old Walmart in Severance. And so the IX Center is another place that people are eyeing and say, hey, look at that big empty building. It was shut down because of COVID and all of the events, and they couldn't keep it, but maybe turn that into a soundstage.
That's a good idea. Right next to the airport where people can fly straight in.
Fly their private jets right there.
Here you go, your private jet, George Clooney, just fly it on it.
I think Maureen is courting her favorite actor here.
I like it.
Well, Maureen's favorite is Adam Driver, and she knows Adam Driver so well from Kylo Ren in Star Wars, because I know Maureen.
You know that I love I can't get enough of Star Wars. Can't get enough of it. No, but he's done a lot of really great films too. So, but he, like I said, he's one of those where at first when I heard Adam Driver, I'm like, ooh, remind me who that is. And then when I saw his face, I'm like, oh yeah, that guy.
He has a unique look.
Yes.
He does.
Yes.
He does.
Very unique look. And also his acting style is unique too. He's somebody that stands out. He's got really unique mannerisms. He's fantastic. And he's somebody that was he was always critically acclaimed for his earlier films, but then he started to do more mainstream things. And I think he was even nominated for an Oscar, if I'm not mistaken. Or some big award, but he's always been critically acclaimed. But now I think after Star Wars and all these other films, like people really know who he is.
Yeah. So
I apologize going to Maureen as the expert of Kylo Ren here. It is Lindsay. I had no idea.
Lindsay's going after Maureen for the title here.
You can have it. I know nothing about Star Wars.
You can
fully admit it. It's my favorite thing about myself.
So we have that story on WKYC.com for those of you like, what? There's a film going to be shot here in Northeast Ohio? Yes, it's the story that you guys are interacting with most. Mo, you were going to say something?
Just, you know what, really quick, I don't think we even really talked about it that much on the show this morning, but the people who were in the audience for Tina Fey and Amy Poehler's Location, right at the beginning, if you saw it, they didn't have celebrities in the audience this year. They brought in first responders. They brought in nurses, doctors, and then like firemen, policemen, all to join in the audience as a shout out to all the first responders who have been working so hard in this pandemic, which I thought was just a really great touch to the whole ceremony of it, and just a nod to how different this year is. And all the celebrities pretty much were on Zoom. We had like Jane Fonda was in person and everything, but yeah, I mean, like just going along with what a different year this was, I thought that was a really nice touch.
Yeah, and so
I love that they're doing that.
Yep. And that's similar to the Super Bowl, how the Super Bowl had a number of first responders come in to be in the audience.
And also SNL too. They had the first responders there. So I'm like, yes, these people totally deserve it. So I love that it's like a thing, and more people are doing that for these heroes.
Yeah, and we can't forget about the controversy too about the Golden Globes and them not having any Black members of the 87. So they said they were going to address it to make sure that they have some type of representation in the voting body. So those voting who are going to be the winners. And so that was addressed as well last night. Erica, I see you on. Mark Taylor, good morning to you. Ken Rothman, again, Ken, you're very active this morning. Thank you. Yes, first responders in the audience, Maureen, and then Sam Phillips. He also chimes in as well on other. Didn't have a chance to read everything, but we are coming to a close for this On the Go post show. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us this morning. You will see Dave, Maureen, and Holly during the Today Show. The rest of us will see you tomorrow morning at 4:30 on Go. Have a great day, everyone.